Hello guys, once again. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Just a heads up, this is still in testing, so some things can break or may break. First things first is I'll just give you a quick overview of how what the plugin actually does and how what the actual features are. So firstly, coming to Google Scholar. In Google Scholar, we have DOI pills which are automatically generated here. So in case if the DOIs are present straight away on the website itself, we have a affirmative purple pill that basically it is a high confidence match. So if you click on the DOI, it basically gives you the DOI to either copy it or you can go and visit the page directly from there. And in case in the FLoRA replication database, if there's a replication based on the paper, a FLoRA replication tag shows up, and if you click on it, it will redirect you back to the atlas. To the second point is if there is no DOI present on the Google Scholar, then we basically augment it via Crossref or OpenAlex, and basically we still do look up for look up those DOIs in the FLoRA replication atlas to check for if there are any replications or basically working on
But
spreadsheets. So in your spreadsheet, if you have multiple DOIs, and if that is also there in the FLoRA and or reproductions, and basically when you click on view detail, it redirects you back to the FLoRA replication atlas. Um, Moving forward, basically, and on every journal article or page, pull up a tag called FLoRA tag with the name FLoRA there, and it also shows how many replications are available. And we have a side panel that basically has all the information regarding to that paper. Um, Next is basically this is a small overview of how it actually looks like. We have all the replications there and the replication outcome. Then we have the reference list of what the paper is, and basically you can view the reference in the atlas or basically check if there's a PubPeer comment on it. Moving forward, we also included an open access link that's basically via unpaywall. So if the paper has an open access via unpaywall, we also show a free tag there. So you can basically click on that and use the open access. In case there are retractions on the paper, we have a very bright tag that shows up saying that this is retracted. So it basically warns the user that this is a retracted paper. So make sure you take care of this. And in case there's any scanning going on via the plugin, we also show at the bottom right saying FLoRA is scanning this page. Uh, Moving on, let me start with the first one. So this is based on Sage journals, and back to the original example of power posing. Here you can see there's a DOI here, and we have a replication tag which is available for because there are 3 replications that we have in the database. Below, there's a reference panel, and under the reference panel, if we have the DOIs already there, we have a what say high confidence DOI tag, which is basically the pink one. In case there is a low confidence one, we have it in gray with an underline saying that we are not 100% sure about this, but it's a chance that it can be right. And in case the DOI has a replication, we also we show a replication tag that basically this reference has a replication in our database also. And as I mentioned before, that if the paper has an open source access, then basically you can click on this and you can get the access to the paper. Moving forward, the panel which we are talking about is basically a whole like kind of a summary of the page, you can say. We have the title here. We have the replications, which is based on a FLoRA database. It also shows, based on this paper, the replications which are here, what are the outcomes of them? Theirs. Is it a mixed outcome? Is it a failed outcome? And also, we also show that if this paper has an open access, we have a lock symbol here so that basically you can access the free PDF also. We also have references with tags. So basically, in these references, if there are comments via PubPeer or it has a replication and so on, we do show it up over here saying that, oh, there's a comment. Why don't you click on this and go look at the PubPeer page? This is an experimental feature. We are not 100% sure about this, but this is basically we are trying to put in the comments of PubPeer directly on the side panel. This is not 100%, not 100% thing we are planning on doing, but yeah. Next thing is basically just in case there is any paper that has there is any plugin that has a overlapping. We also have an option to basically slide this around so that in the future it does not mess around with the other plugin. Moving forward, another page from Sage Publications. In this one, this is a paper that has a concern basically. So when there's this paper had some issue with it, and back even in the side panel we do show that this article has an expression of concern, so that we want the user. These are the references with tags, basically all one of these. And yeah, that is all with the individual articles. This is what happens when you on your Google Scholar, in case this has a expression of concern, that it shows a tag up here. If it has a replication, it shows up here. Pink or a gray. In case there are what do you say? In case there are retractions, we also show that also over here. Yeah, so this is the overview of the Google Scholar. I have an example based on the DOIs and checks if there are replications. And if you click on the view detail, it basically sends you to the FLoRA FLoRA atlas, and you have all the in detail example of what was there exactly. And this basically is per sheet wise. So based on your sheets, if you switch to another sheet, it will reload and basically tell you how many replications are available on that sheet itself. And yeah, one more thing with the FLoRA Chromium plugin is basically you have to put in your email ID. This is just for the polite access pool for Crossref and OpenAlex. You can put in any email ID you like as such. This is just for us to basically not for us to basically use the polite access pool. We have options of DOI pill display. So basically, if you want, we can display the DOI pill on every single place, even if it's visible or not. So based on that, you could either check this on, and you can basically block your domains. You can also block your domains directly from here. Just say disable on this domain, so it basically blocks the whole domain for you. And in case there's any issues, you can create an issue based on that. So yeah, this is the Chromium plugin.